Okay, hey guys, it's Asha. Welcome back to Reading with Toby. Today I am so excited to film this video for you all. We are doing an unhaul. I have recently accumulated a lot of books, which you guys will see in, I think, the next vlog. There were just some really good library book sales, like really good deals, and I found some really good books. And also I think it's just time for me to do a clean out. My reading tastes are always changing, and I'm always just want this to be filled with books that I am like super excited to read. I thought I would just go through shelf by shelf with you all for the books that I want to unhaul. And as I was thinking about doing this, I realized that there are some books that I'm like, I kind of want to unhaul, but I really want to try them before I unhaul them if I haven't read them yet. So I think I'm gonna take those books and put them in a separate pile of like books that I could potentially unhaul, but I do want to give a try. And then I may do some sort of like reading vlogs or something with those books. So I thought we could go through, do it together. Also, my shelves are a complete mess because I've bought some books and I kind of just want to reorganize my bookshelves anyway. So I just thought this was like the perfect thing to do first, is to do a nice big unhaul. So if you want to see all the books that I'm going to unhaul as we go shelf by shelf, then just keep on watching. Okay, so this is the state of my bookshelves. You see I have like books back there, there. Books all over the floor falling, so it's definitely time for me to do a reorganization. But like I said, we're going to start off with going through each shelf and picking out the books that I want to unhaul and the books that I want to try before I unhaul. So let's just get started over here. Okay, so hopefully this works and the camera doesn't fall down, but my first shelf here are this shelf and the shelf down, which you'll see in a second, are my classics, and I doubt there's going to be any books that I want to unhaul from here. Oh, actually, meditations. Actually, no, I'm going to keep that. So one of my friends bought me this book, but it just wasn't working for me, so I think my boyfriend does want to try it, so I'll actually keep that one. None of those. Oh, this is a Halloween decoration. I can take these off, put them away. Then yeah, these are all like my penguin cloth bound, which I do want to get more of, but yeah, these, nope, I don't want to get rid of. Okay, so now we're down to the next classic shelf. This guy, he like fell off and broke, and I need to glue it together, but I normally had him like hanging. So okay, so back here we have some more of my penguin modern classics, and I really don't think I will have any classics. These are my New York Review books. I love the way these look, but yeah, I don't think any of these either. These two I want to keep, and then we have my Penguin Black Spine edition, which again, I want to keep all of those. Yeah, I knew there's going to be nothing from my classic shelf, but always good to know. And this, I keep her out all year round. She's so cute. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see, but these are my hardback. I mean, most of my books are adult, but like literary fiction. There may be some other things like historical fiction in here too. And all of these books, right, I've read. Yeah, I think I recently like switched it to see what it feels like to have all my read books together and all my unread books together. So I don't think I'm gonna want to get rid of any of these, but I will go through like each one individually to make sure. Yeah, all of these, I've read them and I love them, or I liked them enough that I want to keep them. So let's move over. So continuing with the same things. So until here, starting here and on, I have not read the books going on. I think though this one I do want to get rid of. I did read this book, but I don't need this on my shelves anymore. So this is going to be our first unhaul. Woo! And then the books that I have unread, a lot of these are like newer, so I definitely want to keep all of those. So let's move down. So like I said, all of these books I have not read. I'm trying to see if there's any. This one actually. So this one, I think I found this like really cheap at a library book sale or something. I think I'm gonna put this one in the unhaul pile, but the ones that I want to read before, so like the read it or unhaul it pile. And then I'm also thinking about Black Cake. Let me remind myself what it's about. I think I also found this on a library book sale. Just sometimes like family dramas, I don't know. I don't like really go for them, but it's by a Black author, so that's why I'm like, I want to try it before I read it. So I think I'll just put both of these in my read it or unhaul it pile. Going on, this one I'm also thinking to put it in the read it or unhaul it pile. I mean, honestly though, I actually do really want to read this. This is like takes place on an island and it's like more magical. I think people on the island have some sort of magical abilities and it all takes place on one day. So actually no, I do want to keep that one. Like, doesn't need to go to the pile. This book I've had on my shelves forever and I know people love it, but I have not yet read it. I tried it and I did really like it. No, I think I can keep it. Yeah, up here. This one, yes, this one. This one, yeah. Okay, so the rest of these we're going to keep here. This is my translated fiction, so I have all my bookmarks, which I do want to go through my bookmarks too. I'll probably do that in a vlog, but these are all of my translated, like more literary fiction, because I have like translated horror in the horror section, I'm pretty sure. But let's see if there's any of these. I don't think there's going to be any of these, because you can see I don't have that many, which means I like really want to read all of them. Then from here, we will put this back. So next section is here, and these are my smaller hardcover, mainly literary fiction. There's a couple like fantasy things in here. These two I read this year, so I have no room. I do want to keep those. Okay, so let's go through this series here. I think I want to unhaul this. What is the series called? It's the Every Heart a Doorway series by Shauna McGuire. I read the first two in the series. This one I think I gave like 3 stars. This one I gave 4 stars. I really like this one. And then I have the third one ready to go, but I just don't see myself buying these anymore. I know there's like 9 or 10 out by now, and I think I just would get them from the library if I want to read them because they're like so short. But what I think I'm gonna do is I am gonna read this one because I have it like today or tomorrow, and then go ahead and sell all of these. So yeah, I am gonna put the books that I am officially unhauling on my Pango books, which I will link down below, and I think I'm gonna keep them there for a couple of weeks, and then whatever doesn't sell I'm just gonna donate to various places. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do with this one. Since I have it, I can go ahead and read it, and then I will probably sell like this as a little set on Pango books. So that will get rid of a lot of books. Let's see what else. Yeah, and I think that's actually it. So actually I wonder, can these fit now? Oh, look at that. Okay. Next section is my, we can move this. Here are my short story collections, and then just like some random books here. You can see, like I said, I need to not disorganize. What? Reorganize. Okay, so let's see if any of these, this one. So this one I got in a book box, and I just like have not read it yet. This is a short story collection as well. Is this her? I'm assuming, yes. I'm assuming this is for this book. Let me slide it here. So I think I'm gonna put this in my, actually, do I want to read this? Like, to be honest, I was thinking I'm gonna add this to read it before, but honestly, you know, if I'm like, I think I'm just gonna put this in my unhaul pile. Okay, let's see what else. The rest of these I definitely want. Cursed Bunny. So I read the first story in this one, and I just thought it was okay, and that actually kind of turned me off from wanting to read anymore. And I feel like people just found this collection overall just okay. I do love how it looks, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and unhaul this. I have other horror short story collections. This one is a short story collection that I want. Okay, and then we have these 2 books here. This one is like a romance, and I don't read romance, but I saw it in a free little library, so I was like, if one day I'm in the mood for a romance, but I don't think will happen, I have it. So we're gonna keep both of those there, and we have these 2 for unhaul. So the next section here, hopefully you can see me, are my short hardcover horror books. This cute little guy's like my favorite thing I've ever found. It's so cute because he has like little bags. I don't know if you can see, he has like little bags. It's so cute. And then we have my Batman and my Gotham City candle. I'm gonna move those up here. So all right, I don't think these are situated read versus unread, so we'll just have to go through them. This one I found just okay, but I do think I want to keep it because I did like it and I like the cover. The Heartbeat. Okay, I know we're not talking about my books, but this is a horror book that I read before I was like super into horror. This was so good. If you want like a feminine rage, I know that's like super popular now, but this was before that was super popular. This one was really good, and this is more like literary horror. Very, very good. Okay, this one I got in Nightworms, and I canceled that subscription because you get 2 books every month. I really liked it, but you get 2 books every month, and like one book I was always super excited about and the other book I was like meh about. And I do like getting books that I never heard of, but I also wasn't like super compelled or interested by them, and this is one of them. I haven't heard like too many people talk about it, and those that have, I just found it okay. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and unhaul this one. And let's see what else. All of these I'm keeping. My cute little book nook. I think all of these. This one, again, I got in a Nightworm subscription, and I think this one's gonna be similar to the Wayward Children's. I think I'm gonna read this one like in December. It's so short and it's a winter horror, and then probably just unhaul it. So I'm gonna put it in my read it and unhaul it pile, and then this one's going to the unhaul pile. Next shelf, you see I have 2 library books here. Everything on this shelf I have read and I want to keep, so we can just move right on. So let's see here. Let's move some of my things here. And I don't think I'm gonna get rid of anything, but let's just double check. This one, this was a thriller that, actually I think I did really like this. Yeah. I'm gonna keep that. Yep. And also I love my pink shelf, so I don't want to get rid of any pink books unless I like truly don't need it, which I don't think that's the case. I think all of these I'm down, and I don't feel the need to put it in the read it or haul it pile. So let us put this back. This mess of a shelf. So this is my fantasy shelf. I have been getting a little bit more into my fantasy now, which is why you can see I have like so many. But let's go through. So I'm definitely keeping my R. Kwong. This is my brand new Illumicrate book that I want to read. This is a YA book that I need to move to my YA shelf, but it is full. So we need to mostly get down there. We're definitely going to be getting rid of some YA books. I think all of these I want to keep. I really need to read the next book in the Game of Thrones series because I loved the first one. These I just bought, so I'm going to keep those. Honestly, no, so I loved this book. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars, but this edition, so this was a special edition from Owl Crate. Like, isn't this crazy how special editions are now? But I think I'm just gonna keep it, and then like if I ever see a cheap, prettier Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, I will buy it. Okay, I think all of these, yeah, I want to keep. Okay, so no progress there. Okay, so we are down now to my little Stephen King section, as well as Marcus Danielowski. This I think I'm gonna change when I do my bookshelf reorganization, because I'm not like the biggest Stephen King fan, but I have like all these books, so it looks like I'm a huge fan. So I may not make a little section for him anymore, but I do want to keep a lot of his books because I do want to read them. Like It, I want to read one day. I still haven't read Misery. This series here, I know there's a third one, but I found these also super cheap many years ago, and I think this one, because this is the first book in the series, I'm gonna put this in my read it or unhaul it pile because I feel like I had never reached for them, but the covers are so cool and the backs are so cool. They're so pretty. So I think I'm gonna put this one in my read it or unhaul it pile so that I can finally get to reading this series, you know, and if I don't like it, then I'll be able to get rid of 2 books. So we're gonna add this one for sure. And then I was thinking of putting Dr. Sleep, because I did read The Shining and I loved it. It's like one of my favorite horror books. But I honestly, and I went out and immediately bought this because this is like the sequel, and immediately bought this. And I did like Stephen King. Like the reason why he wrote it is because he felt like he still had more story to write. I don't know, but I just don't feel, I personally don't need a sequel to The Shining. So I think I'm going to go ahead and unhaul this. Yes, I feel good about that. Then I will put Finders Keepers back. And we will add Mr. Mercedes to the Read It or Unhaul It pile, which feels good. Okay. Next is my sci-fi shelf. So me and sci-fi, every time I read a sci-fi book, I love it, but it's never a genre that I just go, like, I never think to pick up a sci-fi. But every time I read one, I absolutely love it. So I really need to change that. These three actually, I think I can get rid of. So I have read all of these. This is How We Lose a Time War. I know this is a beloved book, but I honestly gave it like 3 out of 5 stars or something. So I think I'm gonna unhaul that one. This one I didn't really care for, but I think I was keeping these books because at the time my sci-fi section wasn't that big, so I was like, I'll just keep them to make it look big. But I think we're gonna go ahead and unhaul Dark Matter because I didn't really care for it. Shovel Ready. So this was sent to me by the publisher, which is, yeah, Broadway Books. They sent me this and I actually really like this. This was really good. This was very fast-paced, entertaining, definitely recommend, but I don't think I need it on my shelves. So that is an unhaul. This one here. Do you think I'll be able to take, no, because it's like, this pile is very high here. Okay, so this book, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I'm gonna put this in my Read It or Unhaul It pile because, again, I never reached for it. It's such a thick book. Yeah, and I would like to try it to see before I unhaul this big boy. And the rest of these, I think I do want to keep, or I read and I like, so. Yeah, okay, we got rid of a lot of sci-fi there. So this is my cozy fantasy slash graphic novels comics. Okay, so obviously I'm keeping my beautiful Emily Wilde collection. Love those. Okay, so let's see what's here actually. I was thinking of getting rid of my saga. So you remember when this was like super popular on BookTube, and I did read all these first 3 volumes. But if you ask me now what happened, I could not tell you what in the world happened in these 3 volumes. I did like them. I had a good time reading them, but I don't think I need to have these on my shelves. And I can definitely just get them from the library from now on. Same with Paper Girls. I really like this. And I do want to read the rest of this one. I really like this one actually. And the art style is so beautiful. But I don't think I need to own it. And I can just get it from the library. If you like Stranger Things, you would like this series. So we're going to unhaul these. Okay, my Teen Titans, I haven't read it, but I want to keep them, and those are also gifts from my brother, so I want to keep that. A Monster Calls, I still need to read. Okay, the rest of these, yeah, I definitely want to keep my Veronica Speedwell. Yeah, the rest of these I am keeping. Okay, great. So we can put this back. We're just going to stack it here for now. Next is my hardcover horror books section. Again, my shelves are a complete mess. So let's see here. Okay. This book I have heard just like mid things about, but I do want to give it a try because it's by an Indigenous author. So I think I'm going to put this in my Read It or Unhaul It pile. And then this one, again, I got this one in Nightworms, so I wasn't really interested in it, and it says it's a thriller, which I'm not a thriller person, more so than a horror, so I'm also gonna unhaul, or no, I'm gonna unhaul this one, read or unhaul the other one. This one though, see, for example, this was one I never heard of from Nightworms, and this one sounds so interesting. It takes place at a senior living community, and that just sounds so interesting. And then it came with like this little brochure of the senior living community like place that it takes place in. I just thought that was so fun, so I'm super excited to read that one actually. Okay, these 2 books here. Okay, The September House by Carissa Orlando. I've heard this is more like goofy, more like lighthearted kind of cozy horror, which I don't think is my thing. I don't like cheesiness to my horror. I can't do it, so I'm gonna unhaul this one. And then The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. I'm gonna put this one in my read it or unhaul it pile. I've tried to read this a few times and I could not get into it. I don't know if it was just the timing or the writing didn't work for me. So I'm gonna give it one more chance in my read it or unhaul it pile. So we have that one there. Okay, I think the rest of these, my Grady Hendrix collection. Yeah, I think the rest of these I do want to keep, and including these two up here. So okay, great. Actually, let's just go ahead and move down here to my paperback horror. Okay, so these I think I did do by books that I've read and then haven't read. I don't know why. But okay, let me go through and see. This one, I'm gonna look at this one. And then the rest of these I think I do want to keep. Yeah, okay. So Black Tide, I just have, oh, you can't see me. I just have had forever and haven't gotten around to it, but I do want to read it because this is like a post-apocalyptic horror, which I do love. So yeah, no, I'm gonna keep this one. This one, again, another one that I got in Nightworms, which is why I canceled the subscription, but this is Chilling Stories from the biggest names in horror. I think because it's like winter themed, this could be fun during the winter time. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing where I try to read it in December or January. So I'm gonna put it on my TBR cart. And then if I don't read it this winter, then I'm gonna unhaul it. So there's Stephen Graham Jones story in here. He's my favorite horror author. There are a lot of good authors in here. There's like Josh Malerman, Eric LaRocca, Nat Cassidy, Darcy Coates. Yeah, there isn't a Stephen Graham Jones, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do with this book. So this next shelf are more of my fantasy books. Let's see, these were like books I bought to read during Halloween, and I do want to keep them, and then I do also want to keep those. So let me just move those out of the way. This one, I don't think I'm ever actually gonna read, Gideon the Knife. Yeah, and I think I also tried to read it, and the writing style was kind of weird to me, so I think I am gonna unhaul it. It is one with like the black sprayed edges, which is cool, but yeah, I'm gonna unhaul it, make room for other things. Okay, this book, I read this book and I gave it like 3 out of 5 stars, and I do love the cover. I'm gonna unhaul this and make room for other ones. This is like a sapphic witchy book that takes place in the 20s, so if you're looking for something like that, I did like it. It was a 3-star. So section is my black horror section, which I love. Okay, this one I obviously want to keep. I don't think there's going to be anything that I want to unhaul here, but I will just make sure or put it in my read it or unhaul it pile, keeping everything there. Okay, so we are back. We're going to do these 2 shelves together really quick. So a lot of these here at the front are my boyfriend's books. So I'm just gonna put those in a pile real quick. Yeah, and then these 2 are mine, All About Love and The Unabridged Journals of Celia Plath, which obviously I want to keep. Okay, and then back here are some of my nonfiction books. So let me see if there's any that I think I can unhaul. This one, Not That Kind of Girl by Lena Dunham. I did like this when I read it, but I don't think I need this anymore. So I'm gonna put that in the unhaul pile. And then, yeah, the rest of those I do want to keep. Here are my paperback section, or my paperback books. We have another nonfiction here. But let me take these out because it's also double stacked. So just making sure that all of these I want to keep. Yeah, so I need to figure out a section or another place for these, because like if I don't see them, I kind of forget I have them. Okay, and then let me look back here. I don't think there'll be anything. Maybe. Oh, you see, like this book, I've been wanting, I forgot about this book. I really want to read that one. Yeah, all of these I want to keep. Yep. Okay. Here are my YA books. Let's see which ones I want to get rid of here. Not these. A lot of these are like nostalgic too, so I want to keep them. This one though, and this one, I read both of these and I did really like them. Queen of Hearts was actually like really fun, but I don't think I need to keep this. And then this one I also really liked actually, but I don't need to keep it. Oops. And I read those when I was older, so it's not like nostalgic. I just bought from the library, a library book sale, so I do want to keep all those. And then let's look at this little section. Can you guys see? Yeah, okay. This one, I think I'm gonna put in the read it or unhaul it pile. I've had it for a while. This is like a horror book that I do want to check. Same goes for, oh, actually these two. The Loneliest Girl in the Universe, I do want to try before I unhaul because I love space books. And then Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. I need to read this. Like, I need to put it on there so I can read it. And then honestly, I think the same goes for Burn Our Bodies Down. I feel like if I don't put it in the read it or unhaul it pile, I won't ever get to it, and they've just been sitting here. So we have 4 books to add to the read it or unhaul it pile, and then we had 3 that we are for sure unhauling. Okay, so as you can see, these books completely fell off because I'm running out of room. These are all my boyfriend's books that I need to find space for. Okay, so I put a ton of like hardcover fantasy books here, and I'm honestly like, this series, I just don't know, because I actually see so many mixed things. People are like, it's good, but it's not like do you really need to read this in your lifetime? That's what I've heard. And I do have a second book because I found these both super cheap, and the third one's not out. I do love a long fantasy. Oh, it's actually not even, it's like 600 pages. I want to keep it, so I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep them. Okay, Empire of the Vampire. Let's see this one. So actually, I'm gonna put this one in the read it or unhaul it pile because I'm not sure how I feel about this one anymore. So let's do that. Last one in this room. Let's go. These here are so these are my thriller books for the most part. Let's see. As I said earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of thrillers, so I don't have that many. I think I am going to unhaul Lock Every Door. I actually read this one and I gave it like 3 out of 5 stars, but I don't need to keep it, I think. I want to read Home Before Dark, so I'm keeping that one. Silent Patient, I actually liked. Okay, and then here, yeah, I want to keep all of these. I want to keep these, and then those are all of my boyfriend's books. So there we go. There's one more shelf that we're gonna go to, which is by my TV stand. Okay, so this is the last little shelf that we're gonna go through here. So these are my space books, which I love anything about space and astronauts. So I'm keeping all of these books. I love them very much. Okay, books back here. So I think I can unhaul The Rosie Project. I did read this and it got me out of a reading slump when I read it many years ago, but I don't think I need to own it. Actually, I think the same goes for My Dark Vanessa. I actually found this at like a library book sale, so, and I liked it, but I don't think I need to keep it, so we're gonna get rid of that one, unhaul that one. Oh, this one, yeah. This was a romance, like one of the few romances I've ever read. Yeah, and I didn't like it, so that's going for an unhaul. This one I'm gonna add to the read it or unhaul it pile. Definitely want to try it though before I just unhaul this book. So that's read it or unhaul it pile, and then the rest of these I do want to keep. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to organize these better too. Okay, we're done. Let's go tally everything up and see what we have here. Okay, so let's count how many books we ended up unhauling. So officially unhauling 26 books, which is pretty good. And then for my read it or unhaul it pile, there's 14 books. I'm gonna quickly just run through these again, just see if I do just actually want to unhaul them. But I'm thinking like this one, do I actually want to read this book? The more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't think so. I feel like I've read so many vampire books recently that like I don't know if I need another one. And one written by a man, like I don't know. Yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and unhaul this one. So we're gonna add it to the unhaul pile. Okay, so I will show you all the stacks of the books that I'm officially unhauling, and then the stack of books that I'm going to do a read it or unhaul it little video. I'm gonna try to find some fun way to do the read it or unhaul it vlogs throughout the next year, I think. And then like in those vlogs, if I like get it and then I'm like, I'm not interested in this book, straight to the unhaul. We're gonna be strict on this one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this unhauling with me. Let me know if I made any mistakes. Let me know if you have an idea for me to like have a fun way of reading these books next year. And look out for my bookshelf organization video, because that will be coming within the next month or so. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all in my next one. Bye.